over the Toreadors. But tonight, it's the Bombers in town. The Ballard Bombers facing the Carroll Tigers. You've been listening to the Mackey Motors pregame show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors of Lake City. KIKD, Lake City, Carroll, Kick 106.7. Your home for tonight's Carroll Tigers softball coverage here in the Gatorade broadcast booth. Thanks to Tyler Bruner in studio. And we are hoping to get live video of this game up and running here shortly as well. Dealing with a few technical gremlins to get that up and running. But while we wait for that, we've got some softball to get underway. And we should be good to go now. On YouTube, that video stream powered by New Way Ford. Cameron Shable will pitch for the Tigers, and her first right-hander is on the way across the plate to sophomore right fielder Maggie Mortensen. Mortensen, a .326 batting average for the Bombers, good for third best on the team. That's not counting their last two games, which did not have stats posted. She'll drop one out in left field. It will get past Brielle Hinners. She rounds her way to first, to second, and she'll stand up on a double out toward left field. Maggie Mortensen on with a hit to start things off on this second pitch of the ball game from Cameron Shable. Some numbers for Shable this year, unofficially making her 17th start of the year. She has an 8-10 record. She's pitched 99 innings, struck out 59, walked 31, has an ERA of 6.11. And she looks over in the dugout there along the third base line. Ballard occupies the first base dugout. A runner is on at second, and another pitch across from Shable. Her second strike of the game as Ella Husak, a sophomore, bats now for Ballard. Husak leads the team with a .488 batting average, leads the team in runs and hits. And her 0-1 is across for a strike from Shable for an 0-2 count to Husak. Again, any stats that I mentioned tonight for Ballard are missing their last two games, including a loss last night when they put up 8 runs but lost 11-8. 0-2, that's a dribbler off the glove of Shable, and Ava Gross unable to pick it up near second. It'll be a reach on the error for Husak, and it will score a run. Mortensen comes home all the way from second.
Catcher number 10, Sam Vetter.
Husak to first. A run on the board for Ballard, and they're up now on the Carroll Tigers. 2 batters in, and they've got a lead. It brings up Sam Vetter now, the junior catcher for the 12-19 Bombers. Pitch on its way, showing bunt. Runner down to second. Throw is on the way and short. Runner slides in safe and dirties up those gray uniforms. Gray tops and bottoms for Ballard, otherwise red numbers. Ballard in red across the chest. Carroll's in the white jerseys, black pinstripes, black shoulders, orange trim, orange pants. Top of the first inning here on Kick 106.7. And a grounder. Nice play at short. Vanessa Ayala picks it up. Might have been a double otherwise. Holds the runners at first and second. Vetter picks up the second hit of this first inning, though, for Ballard. And they're making good contact here to start. 3 batters in, 2 hits, and an error. And Maggie McCready, the pitcher for Ballard, will bat now. She's a righty, the senior pitcher tonight. A 1-0 lead for the visitors, the Ballard Bombers at Carroll, and Shable continues to fire strikes across. Has yet to pitch a ball. It's all been strikes or hits, or at least some kind of contact with the error in there too. Runners at first and second, no outs for Ballard here, top of the first on Kick. Shable's pitch on its way, and that's fouled off. So the contact or strike streak from Shable continues with a 1-0 lead for the Ballard Bombers. 2 runners on. Husak at second, Vetter at first, McCready in the batter's box. You're listening to Carroll Tigers softball. Nick Brinks with you in the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Here's a pitch that got away from Shable. Runners will both advance on the wild pitch. Vetter second, Husak now to third. Up 1-0, a 1-2 count, and 2 in scoring position for Ballard early on here. These two teams again played back on June 9th. And here's a pitch across for the second ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carroll dropped a road game on Tuesday at Gilbert. They lost 14-4 in 5 innings. That snapped a 4-game winning streak for Carroll. McCready with solid contact up the middle. Off of Ayala, 1. 2 runs will score on the RBI single from McCready. Husak scores from third, Vetter from second. 2 in for the Bombers. They're up 3-0 now, and McCready with that single brings home 2. 3-0 now, 3 hits. And Ballard with 1 on base, and Coach Gallegos will come out of the dugout. He's standing on the third baseline, chatting for a moment. And Coach Husak was also talking to an official as they want to put a runner in at first. So a courtesy runner in as Brooklyn Baumgartner bats next. I'll try to get a number on that courtesy runner. It might be Peyton Askelson. I believe I see a number 13 out there. But it's kind of hard to tell with her blonde ponytail covering up the number. Here's the Schabel pitch inside, misses ball 1. And I did get another look. It looks like it is Peyton Askelson indeed. Askelson, a freshman. And now Schabel with 1 runner on. It's a 3-0 lead for Ballard. Pitch, line drive, right field, drifts into foul territory after landing in fair territory. It's a single with the runner on first, advancing all the way over to third. Askelson to third. Baumgartner with the 4th hit for Ballard here in the first 5 batters. Already on top 3-0. Carroll coming off that Tuesday loss at Gilbert. It was a rough start for Carroll. They gave up 12 runs in the first inning. Gave up 14 total. They got things calmed down after that rough start, though. Second, third, and fourth innings, they did not allow anything. And then 2 in the bottom of the 5th, finished it at 14-4. Parker Adams did have a great night, though. I'll talk about that when Carroll bats here in the bottom of the 1st. Right now, they are trailing 3-0. And a foul over the dugout at third. And the count now is 0-2. Still no outs. 5 batters through, 3 runs, and 2 on now at the corners for the Bombers. And here's a pitch well outside. That may score another. The throw was maybe in time, but they did not have the tag down. And that third base runner is Askelson. She will score the 4th run of the game for the Bombers. Baumgartner from first takes over to second, all from a wild pitch. Right now, batting with a 1-2 count, it is Jada Landy. She's playing out at third base. Just finished up her 8th grade year. She'll be a freshman at Ballard. Runner on at second. Carroll down 3-0. Pitch upstairs from Schabel. And the count evened up now 2 apiece. 4-0. Ballard on top of the 1st inning here. Tough start for Carroll. They had a 4-game winning streak going into Tuesday at Gilbert. Struggled early on. Gilbert took control early. And Ballard trying to take a page out of that playbook, already up 4-0 with no outs in this 1st inning. Landy is batting. A .312 batting average, not counting her last 2 games, and she'll swing away strike 3, first out. Second inning just underway. And the lefty Sam Vetter will come up next with a single and a run scored already this evening. So we had some technical gremlins on our video broadcast due to the heat. It's a hot night to have an iPad and a camera and computer software baking in the sun. So I have moved over. I have given them some room in the Gatorade broadcast booth to share this cool air here in the press box, and hopefully that should stay up and running. That's on YouTube, powered by New Way Ford. Grounder gets past Shable, gets past Ayala. Both of them zigged, the ball zagged, and a base hit for Vetter, and she is on for the second time. Runners at first and second now. And now we will see the next batter due up, Maggie McCready, the senior pitcher, rather. And we will see what McCready can do with an RBI single to her name already. She brought home a couple runs, actually. 2 RBIs off that single a little bit earlier. She's got 2 on at first and second right now. Grounder off the glove at third of McKaylee Coffrin. That'll score 1 again. And McCready with an RBI double. Popped right off the chest. It was a heater right to third. And now Coach Gallegos wants to talk with his infielders. We will too. You're listening to Kick 106.7. It's a 7-0 lead for Ballard early on in the second inning.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
Maggie McCready with the RBI double. And Carroll will make an early pitching change. And they will put Shable over to first and then bring in Alyssa Brandt. They'll pull the old switcheroo. Those two are the only 2 that have pitched for Carroll this season. And so they'll swap here after Ballard has scored 7 runs in their first 14 batters. No outs. Top of the second inning here. Thanks again to Brett Lux for running video tonight for our YouTube stream powered by New Way Ford, or New Way Auto. As we use Handyman's secret weapon to tie some cables down as we had to do some quick moving on the camera equipment. But we should be ready to rock and roll here the rest of the way once we get these cables all situated. And we will see Ballard, Brooklyn Baumgardner batting now. And she is a righty with a runner on at second and third. And she'll take a strike on the pitch from Alyssa Brandt. They have made the switch. Brandt now pitching. And Brandt will fire across a right-hander, and that is a liner right over to short. And they get a double play almost. No, they did not get the second out. They get Baumgardner out on the fly out to short, and they almost got Vetter trying to dive back in. Now that'll bring up Jada Landy in that 6-run first inning. Landy was the first out. She struck out. One of 2 strikeouts for Shable. Here's a passed ball. Runner will advance down from third. And going back to that last play, I thought they said just short on the double play, but there was nobody at third there, so they did get that second out. They got Vetter slow to get back to the bag, so 2 outs. Just notice that. And here's a chopper over to third. McKaylee Coffrin, and she threw it to first. But the first baseman had fallen down. I think Shable, I don't know if she tripped over the bag or what, but I looked over and she was on her back. It would have been the third out. Instead, a run across, and that'll be an error for Landy to reach over to second. And it brings home McCready's runner. I believe they had Peyton Askelson in there once again. And we will see, with 2 outs, the next batter, Ellie Volkman, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And now Coach Gallegos coming out to check on Shable, make sure that she's good after she took a tumble trying to chase that down. And they will take a quick walk and a quick chat. So let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Kick 106.7, top of the second, 2 outs, 8-0, Ballard. Ballard 8, Carroll scoreless, top of the second inning with 2 outs, a 1-0 count to Ellie Volkman. It's been a tough start for Carroll. Ballard's hitters have been making lots of contact thus far. A couple of Tiger errors have aided them along the way as well. And it's a 2-0 count now. With those 2 outs, Carroll trying to get out of this inning without any more damage done. But again, right now, it is a large lead through 1 full inning. And the first strike on a swing to Volkman. She struck out in the first inning. They've put 2 runs up here in the inning. There have been 2 hits, a single and a double. It was an RBI double by Maggie McCready. And they have 1 runner on at second base right now. The 2-1 on its way. Pass ball, runner and advances over to third. Wants to come home now. Oh, and that's a tough break. The ball literally popped up behind home plate, and it got lodged behind the Carroll Tiger banner. So as Parker Adams looked for the ball, it got past her. She literally could not see it because it was up behind the banner, in between the banner and the fence. And they will not let that count. So the runner did come home from third. It will not be the 9th run. They will cut the Tigers a break there. But a heads-up play by Landy to try it, But there was some fence interference, we will call. 3-1 count, Brandt pitching, and it's on its way. A swing for strike 2 to Volkman. Can't say that I've seen that too often. Got past the catcher, and then the catcher could not find it. It was clearly not a ball that hopped over the fence by any means. And she spun around looking for it, and then the fans yelled, "It's right there, it's right there." So they got it. Runner at third right now. A foul down the third baseline. Full count, 2 outs. Carroll trying to get out of this inning down 8-0. 6 in the first, 2 here in the second for Ballard. American flag with some movement now out in center field. A little breeze from right field to left. Here's a pitch. That will hit the hands of the batter, and Volkman will take a base. She is hit by a pitch as Brandt hits a batter. Runners at the corners now. Landy at third. Volkman is at first. And now it'll be Cora Johnson with an RBI single and a run scored to her name tonight. Tyler Bruner in the studio tonight. I'm Nick Brinks in the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Outside pitch. It's a ball. The throw to third. The runner is safe. Runner advances to second now. So 2 in scoring position. Landy third. Volkman second. And Ballard up with 2 outs, 8-0. And here is a line shot out toward right field. Avery Burke will pull it in for out number 3. And that is it for the top of the second. 2 runs come in for the Bombers. We will take a minute break and be back in 1 minute here again on Kick 106.7.
At The Present Company, we will help you transition your home and wardrobe with the changing seasons. Hi, this is Andrea. Whether you're looking to get warm and toasty this winter or it's time for a light and airy lift this spring, shop our collection of boutique-style clothing, gorgeous accessories, and purses. Add personal style to your home with unique home decor pieces that will warm your rooms from wall to wall. Infuse your home and your wardrobe with style from The Present Company in Audubon.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
How about this?
It's gonna work.
I think so too.
American Family Insurance wants to help you bring your dream home to life. New homeowners can save an average of 22%.
American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency. Call 712-792-1262 or stop by 412 Highway 30 today.
Vanessa Ayala, Josie Ayala, Cameron Schabel, the first three due up for Carroll in the bottom of the second. It was 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers in the top half, or in the bottom half, rather, of their first inning. They have given up 8 runs thus far. Ayala, the senior shortstop, a .306 batting average for Vanessa this season, and she'll swing away for a strike. 2-1 is the count. Ayala, she's third on the team with 20 runs scored this year. She's got 22 hits, 15 RBIs. And the senior will take the 2-1 from McCready. Pitch will miss outside, and the count runs to 3-1. Vanessa Ayala and then Josie Ayala. She's on deck. Cameron Schabel in the hole for the Carroll Tigers. 3-1 count. Tigers have their 4th batter of the game. And that's a pitch that will walk Vanessa Ayala on her way to first. Josie Ayala on her way to home plate. And Vanessa walks for the 16th time this season. Nobody has more walks for Carroll this year, as she adds to her .425 on-base percentage. Josie Ayala missed the first good chunk of the season. She has come out playing strong since returning. .360 batting average for her. She'll bunt with no outs. She'll run to first, will not get there in time, and Vanessa Ayala may be in a pickle, but she slides in back to second safe, but she is slow to get up. Vanessa Ayala slowly getting to her knees and back up as Josie Ayala will ground out a 1-3 put out. Vanessa a little slow to get up, and she got halfway toward third before turning around, and then she slid in head first into second again from third, and then just kind of laid motionless there for a little bit. I don't know if she's favoring the right hip area or what. But they will actually, yeah, they're going to bring her out. And now she's looking at her elbow. So I think maybe she needs some Band-Aids. So they'll get her taken care of. I thought maybe she was running out to get a courtesy runner, but no. She wants to stay out there, and she'll get that cleaned up. Looks like the left, right around her left elbow, left forearm area, getting a Band-Aid put on, and she's good to go. So a runner on at first after Josie Ayala bunted her down the line. Cameron Schabel is up next. The junior started at pitcher tonight, moved over to first base in this second inning, and she'll come up with 1 out and a runner at second. Carroll down 8-0 as they host Ballard tonight on Kick 106.7. McCready pitches. Schabel swings. Strike one. Schabel, a .241 batting average this year, 20 hits, 15 RBIs, 5 runs scored. This is her 84th at-bat of the season. 0-1 pitch from McCready. Outside corner, strike two for Schabel. Maggie McCready pitching. I did not give any numbers for her earlier, but her stats would be missing the last 2 games. I'll run through some of those in a moment as Schabel swings away, strike 3, and the first strikeout for McCready tonight. And if she did not play, if she did not play at all in the last 2 games, her numbers would look like these, but I'm guessing she has played, as she's now, according to Varsity Bound stats, she's played in 19 games, started 15, at least 16 now after tonight. But 66 strikeouts, 28 walks, and a stolen base here for Vanessa Ayala. Got that Band-Aid, and she is good to go. She steals her way to third, and she will hope that Avery Burke, this sophomore, can bring her home. But again, McCready has an ERA of 4.11, 95 hits, 57 runs, 48 earned, 66 strikeouts, 26 walks, all numbers as of, I think, Monday night. So they're missing a couple games in there. But that's what I know, and now you know it too. Bottom of the second inning, 2 outs, 0-1 count. Burke fouls one to the Ballard dugout behind first. And there's an 0-2 count. Carroll baseball about to begin. They're playing Ballard tonight as well. They have just wrapped up their starting lineups and are getting through the national anthem right now. So I'll try to bring you some score updates for that one as their game moves along tonight. Here in softball, it's an ugly start for Carroll. They trail 8-0 in the bottom of the second. A 1-2 count to Burke now, with a runner on at third. Vanessa Ayala trying to put Carroll on the board for the first time tonight. Here's the 1-2, fouled into the fence behind home plate, and it does not get stuck behind the banner, as we saw in the top half of the second. Still a 1-2 count with 2 outs. Good crowd on hand tonight, enjoying some shade over by the concession stand. A lot of fans in their chairs over there. There's fans up along Forest Street. Hopefully somebody up there is listening on Kick 106.7 tonight. If so, feel free to wave.
Needs. And if you'd like to join the...
And Burke will end the inning as she gets put out at first. So that's it for 2. 8-0. Ballard leads Carroll. We go to the third. You're listening to Kick 106.7. Back in 1 minute.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
106.7 KIKD Lake City Carroll. Nick Rings with you live at the Carroll softball field. Tough start for Carroll thus far. They're down 8-0 after 2. Ballard will come up. 9-1-2 batters due up for the Bombers. Ballard 12-19 on the season. They're 7-8 in conference play. Carroll is 14-15, 2-12 in conference action this season. Raccoon River showdown between these two, the second meeting this season. Ballard won the first 12-4. They've won the last 9. If Carroll wants to avoid a 10-game losing streak to the Bombers, they've got some work to do, and it begins right now. Top of the third, underway, popped up, foul territory over the fence, off the fence inside the park, but just off the fence with a graze. Jossie Hobbs will take an 0-1 count as Adams, Brandt, and Schabel all converged next to the first base dugout to try to pull that one in. 6 in the first for Ballard, 2 in the second. And Alyssa Brandt came in midway through that second inning. And she'll pitch a ball for an even count. Hobbs picked up an RBI single in that first inning. And Brandt will fire in the 1-1. That misses low, grazes the dirt. 2-1 count. Top half of the third, 8-0 Ballard. Nick Brinks with you in the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Brandt fires a strike on the outside. Even count, 2-2. Brett Lux providing the video stream tonight on the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network YouTube page, powered by New Way Auto. And Tyler Bruner's in the studio tonight assisting if needed. Here's a swinging strike 3 for the first out. And Jossie Hobbs goes down. First strikeout for Alyssa Brandt. Back to the top of the order now. Here in the top of the third, it's Maggie Mortensen. She doubled in the first inning, the lefty did. Grounded out to second. Also in the first inning, she began and ended that first inning when 6 runs came in. So she'll get her third crack of the bat. And she takes a pitch up in the zone for strike 1. Carroll wraps up their regular season tomorrow night hosting Winterset. And Ballard will host Ames tomorrow in what appeared to be their regular season finale as well. So penultimate regular season games for both of these two squads here in Carroll tonight. A 1-1 count to Mortensen. Nobody on for Ballard. 1 out. And Brandt's pitch. This will drop in just into the grass out in left field. Brielle Hinners will field it on a single by Mortensen. Mortensen with her second hit of the game. And she came in at least, as of a few games ago, Mortensen was third on the team in hits and runs with at least 31 now. And she has scored a run here tonight, actually at least 32. She's got 30 coming in, 2 tonight. And now lefty Ella Husak is up next. She has reached on 2 of the 3 Carroll errors this evening. 1 in the first, 2 in the second for errors by the Tigers. There's a runner at first. Husak, with those 2 reaching on errors, has scored twice. Had a wild pitch in there, too, that moved her down another base. Here's Husak. A 1-1 count. Tried to get a running start at that one. Did not end up swinging. Top half of the third inning here in Carroll and the visitors. Ballard leading Carroll 8-0. Ballard and Carroll squaring off over at the baseball field tonight at Merchants Park, and an early 1-0 lead with 1 out for Ballard in the top half of that first inning. I watched the Carroll at Ballard baseball game earlier this summer. So they're here in town tonight for their second matchup. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, a runner on at first for the 8-0 lead Ballard Bombers, and Husak swings away. They get the out at second? No. I thought maybe they did, but Mortensen slides in safe on the steal, and Husak will face the dugout now after that strikeout. 2 out of 3 strikeouts mixed in with a hit given up by Brandt here in the inning. No runs allowed by Brandt. All 8 came before her. Now Sam Vetter. 2 hits tonight and a run scored. She'll bat for the 3rd time. Check swing for the lefty with a runner at second, Mortensen. Nice toasty night here in Carroll. We started about 88 degrees or so under fair skies and wind not a factor. Skies are the same, wind is the same. Temps have dropped into the mid-80s. Here's a shot out towards center field. Josie Ayala looks for it and makes maybe 5 steps to pull it in for the third out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. Carroll gives up nothing in the top of the third. What can their batters do? We'll find out in a minute. You're listening to Kick 106.7.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. Ballard 8, Carroll scoreless. High school softball tonight in the Raccoon River Conference. Nick Brinks with you on Kick 106.7 in the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Coming up in our post-game show this evening, we'll name our Motor Inn Player of the Game. Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for sales, service, parts, and collision. Carroll struggled defensively and in the pitcher's circle to start, but they have calmed down here of late. In the first 10 batters, Ballard scored 6 runs. If you add the next 3, so 13 batters, they scored 8 runs. And in the last 8 batters for Ballard, nobody has scored. Here's a pitch to McKaylee Coffrin across for ball 1. Bottom of the third underway now. 8-9-1 batters due up. Coffrin, the third baseman. Kuhlman, the DP, will bat 9th. She's on deck. And Parker Adams in the hole, back to the top of the order. 2 innings, 7 batters for Carroll. They'll try to pick up the pace here in the third. Bottom half of the inning, down 8-0. And McCready fires across a strike for a 2-1 count. Thanks so much for joining me tonight on Kick 106.7. Tyler Bruner in the studio tonight. Jeff Blankman with a rare, dare I say it, night off from calling games anyway. I'm sure he's still either at a game or he'll do stats later tonight. He'll be up till 4 in the morning anyway. Coffrin with a driving single up the middle of the field. Second hit for the Tigers. No, I take that back. Just the second base runner. The first was a walk for Ayala. Now they get their first hit. That goes to McKaylee Coffrin. And Brenna Goins will come in to run for her. The sophomore has scored 18 runs this year. Goins is a sophomore. She'll take over at first as Carroll looks to get back in this one, down 8-0 in the bottom of the third. And now Emma Kuhlman, freshman designated player, bottom of the order. She'll bat with a runner on at first. Kuhlman has 16 RBIs this year, and she takes one off the left hip. A hit and then a hit batter have runners at first and second for the Tigers. Kuhlman's at first. Goins to second. And now bottom of the order has gotten through, and they'll go to Parker Adams now with a runner coming in for Kuhlman. So Goins came in for Coffrin, and now we will see Kylie Riesberg. She'll come in and run at first. Kylie Riesberg is a junior, and she'll get a chance to score her first run of the season if she can come home. Parker Adams up next. Popped one out to center field to begin the ball game on the very first pitch from Maggie McCready tonight. We're in the bottom of the third, no outs. Carroll with 2 on, down 8-0. Adams lines one out toward left field. That'll load the bases. No, they're going to score a run. It couldn't be fielded out in left field. All the way around to second now. Adams gets the single, but an error out in left field brings home Goins. 19th run of the year for her. And now runners at second and third. Couple of hits now here in this third inning, and the third courtesy runner will come in. It'll be Adams. Adams gets the single and then aided by an error to take an extra base. And Olivia Roetter will come in next. And the bases are 2/3 full now. First is open. A grounder over to short. The first out will be thrown at first. A run scores from third. That's Reesberg. She scores her first run of the year. And now Roetter is at third. 2 runs across for Carroll here in the bottom of the third. That was a 6-3 putout for Brielle Hinners for the first out. Now it's Ava Gross, the junior. She'll come up next. And she leads the team with 18 RBIs. She has a chance to add 1 here, or 2 if she puts one over the fence. Here's a shot out towards center field. Volkman chases it back to the wall. There's out number 2 as the runner takes off from third. 3 runs across for Carroll here in the inning. She's out at first, Gross was, but she gets the RBI as Roetter comes home. She flies out to center, but 3 runs across here in this inning with 1 out to go. Carroll finally gets the bats going, and Vanessa Ayala will step into the batter's box for the second time tonight. McCready's pitch across will miss up and away. Ayala with a walk and a stolen base, left stranded at third in the second inning. But Olivia Roetter, Brenna Goins, and Kylie Reesberg have all scored as courtesy runners here in this third inning, and the Tigers are back within 5. A swinging strike to Ayala for a 1-1 count. Ballard 8, Carroll 3. You're listening to Kick 106.7. Live in Carroll. Here's a pitch downstairs, and the count runs 2-1. Ayala with a team-high 16 walks this season. She added 1 to her total here tonight. Carroll's first base runner. She's got 20 runs, 22 hits, 15 RBIs, and she swings to even the count at 2-2 with 2 outs and nobody on. If Vanessa reaches, Josie Ayala is on deck, ready to go here in the third or in the fourth, if needed. And McCready fires in the 2-2, and that's popped up. Could be catchable out toward first in foul territory. It is. Cora Johnson reels it in. Fly out to first, and that's it for the third. 3 runs across for the Carroll Tigers on 2 hits, 1 error, and they leave nobody on base. We go to the fourth. Carroll has closed the gap a little bit. It's 8-3 Ballard. Bombers batting next on Kick.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
One of the best kept secrets in Carroll is JP Flooring. I was looking to replace the floor in a couple rooms at home. It can be super overwhelming with all of the options available. I popped by JP Flooring and was super surprised and impressed with the showroom and selection. I had no idea how extensive their product lines were. They have a designer on staff that helped me narrow down what I was looking for. When you change your floors, it changes the whole character of a room. I used their product visualizer and could literally see in advance what the styles would look like in my room. I totally recommend JP Flooring in Carroll.
Carroll's defense has calmed down the last couple innings. Carroll's offense got going here in the third. Now we go to the fourth. We've got ourselves a much closer ball game. What was an 8-0 lead has now become an 8-3 lead. Carroll will play defense now. Maggie McCready, Brooklyn Baumgardner, and Jada Landy are the three due up for the Ballard Bombers. And last Friday, when I did this game, Carroll's softball game at Boone, I gave a shout-out to the kids next door, my wife and our 2-year-old. They were hanging out with the neighbors, Mason, Izzy, and Annie, and I gave them a shout-out. And it sounded like they were on cloud 9 all week. Mason was very excited, and I thought, oh, let's do it again. Let's see if they're excited for another week. As Ballard flies out over to second, Ava Gross picks it off. And that'll be Brooklyn Baumgardner stepping into the batter's box now. 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored tonight. So there you go. Mason, Izzy, Annie, Keelan, my wife Paige, I hope you're all listening and having a good time. And as Mason said this week when I heard how excited he was to get a shout out last week, he said, I'm famous. So Mason, you are even more famous tonight. You're going to be up all night. Mom and Dad are going to be mad at me for that. Here's a 1-1 count now from Brandt. Alyssa Brandt has come in, started at first base. They made a change in the second inning, and Brandt has pitched exceptionally well, has not given up any runs. That's been a turning point defensively for Carroll this evening. And a diving shot over to Brandt. The throw was a little short to Schabel at first, and Baumgardner will reach on the error. Throw was just a bit short to first, and now we will see Jada Landy up next. Runner on due to the error. 4th Carroll error of the night. 8-3 is our score. Ballard on top. They put up 6 in the first, 2 in the second. Carroll just put up 3 in the bottom of the third, trying to get back in this one. YouTube coverage on our Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network page, courtesy of New Way Auto tonight with Brett Lux, my old buddy Brett next door, running the video coverage for us. And after some early heat problems, we moved inside, gave him some air conditioning, and the iPad's happy now. Top of the 4th, 1 out, and a line shot foul off the dugout at third from Jada Landy. One out, a runner at first. They chase down the ball. We'll be ready to go here with the 0-1 count. A hot Thursday. Carroll will host Winterset tomorrow. Winterset and ADM at the top of the conference standings, each 13-1. And both of those two teams, assuming with games tonight and tomorrow night as well, to get their final couple of conference matchups in. 8-3 lead. Ballard will get a base hit out to left field. Landy drops one in front of Brielle Henners and behind McKaylee Coffrin. So a hit and an error here in this 4th inning. Have runners at first and second for Ballard. Third is open right now. 1 out here at the Carroll softball field. Ballard by 5. We're in the top of the 4th. Second matchup for these two teams this season. June 9th was the first. Ballard got the better of Carroll for the 9th straight time, 12-4 that night. Here's a strike from Brandt to Volkman on a swing. 0-1 count with an out. Postseason brackets are out. At some point here in this 4th inning, I'll talk about those. Carroll and Ballard are in different classes. Here's a nice play over to second. They won't get the double play, but they get that middle runner out. Landy is thrown out on her way to second. Volkman will reach on the fielder's choice, and now runners at the corners, 2 outs.
First baseman number 2, Cora Johnson.
Cora Johnson, she'll bat now, 8th in the order. Still 8-3 Ballard, but with runners on the corners, and 2 outs, they still have a chance to add to that lead. It won't come here. Here's a line shot that almost takes the head off of their third base runner. She dove. And she'll, that's a runner for Baumgartner. Did not actually see here. Casey Larson came in to run for her, it looks like. 2 outs. First and third occupied. Runner takes off for second. Volkman safe there. Larson playing out in left field tonight, not batting, but she is running here in place of the DP, Baumgartner. So they just said flex, and they swapped those two, swapped them out here. Now 2 in scoring position with a 1-2 from Brandt. Johnson batting with Jossie Hobbs on deck. Hobbs, a sophomore, with an RBI single tonight. Carroll trying to get out of the inning with another offer on the board. This might be it. Pop up to short. Vanessa Ayala makes the easy grab. And that one ends the top of the fourth. A fly out to short. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Carroll has scored the last 3 runs. They're down by 5. What happens when we go to the bottom of the fourth? We'll find out in a moment. You're listening to Kick 106.7.
Visiting DePaco Credit Union was the thing that started all this.
We had a lot of student loan debt, low credit scores for bad decisions we had made in our younger years.
We thought it was the point where you could never come back from it. We've always wanted to own our own restaurant, so I just kind of floated the idea like, oh, I found this food truck.
I was like, yeah, let's try it. DePaco helped us so much with just putting everything together.
Definitely life-changing for us.
What we have right now would not have been possible without DePaco Credit Union.
The door to rewarding career opportunities is closer than you think. All you have to do is open it. DMAC's Carroll campus is your gateway to in-demand, rewarding careers. You can even earn a 4-year degree on campus, thanks to a partnership with UNI and Buena Vista University. It's all waiting for you at the DMAC Carroll campus. So open the door to a better life at DMAC in Carroll today. DMAC, life's calling.
High school softball on Kick 106.7. I'm Nick Brinks on Kick 106.7 KIKD Lake City, Carroll. Gatorade broadcast booth is where I'm coming to you from as Josie Ayala fouls one off toward the west of the softball field here for strike 1. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Thanks to Brett Lux running our New Way Auto video stream on our Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network YouTube page. Fly out to second for Ayala. Jossie Hobbs takes that one for out number 1. And now Cameron Schabel will step up. The lone strikeout for McCready this evening. She'll step up. Has given up just 2 hits. Has hit 1. And the 2 hits and the hit batter have been the 3 runs scored tonight. Schabel fouls one into the fence behind home plate. Tyler Bruner is back in the Kick studio this evening, so thanks to Tyler. Over at the baseball field, they are in the 2nd inning, and Ballard leads Carroll 3-0 in baseball. 8-3 Ballard in softball. Bottom of the 4th, McCready's pitched. Hits the lower inside corner, and that is strike 2. Schabel batting for the 2nd time tonight. She came in with 5 runs scored, 20 hits, 15 RBIs. She likes those multiples of 5, and she'll foul one off like she did the first swing, back toward the parking lot behind the first base dugout. 0-2 count, 1 out. Beautiful night as the temps have begun falling just a little bit. We had highs in the 90s today, maybe low 90s. Shable fouls one off left side this time, past Coach Gallegos beyond third. They grab a new ball, and they'll get ready for the 0-2. Shable, Burke, and Coffrin are the three that we will see here. 6, 7, 8 batters, one out. Ayala already flew out to second. It's great to have you along tonight for high school softball coverage. Playoffs are on the horizon. Carroll will be in a 4A Region 3 quarterfinal a week from tonight. That's July 7th. They will host Storm Lake. Shable swings at the outside pitch, strike 3. And 2 strikeouts for McCready tonight, both to Shable. It'll bring up Avery Burke. She grounded out in her first at-bat to end the second inning. And the sophomore right fielder will come up with nobody on and 2 outs. If Carroll wins next Thursday, they'd play next Saturday the 9th at Humboldt. Burke swings. There's strike 1. That's 4A for Carroll. 3A for Ballard. They're in a Region 5 quarterfinal. They'll play coming up on Wednesday, July 6th. They'll take on Des Moines Christian. And the winner of that one moves on to take on Roland Story or Nevada. Grounder to second. Easy play at first. Hobbs to Johnson. 3 up and 3 down. And a couple of ground outs for Burke tonight. Still 8-3. Nobody scores in the 4th. We go to the 5th. You're listening to high school softball on Kick 106.7.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
How durable is your roof shingles? Can your roof handle extreme conditions? Check this out. Look what happens when you ball up a shingle. Pound at it some, our competitor's shingle are ripped up and has fallen apart, while our Brink shingle, well, has easily held its own. If you're looking for a roof that comes with a lifetime guarantee, get a second opinion today. Call Brinks Exteriors at 515-789-ROOF. We won't break the bank. Call the Roof Pros at Brinks Exteriors, 515-789-ROOF.
No runs in the 4th for either team. Still Ballard 8, Carroll 3. You're listening to high school softball on Kick 106.7. Nick Brinks with you in the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Jossie Hobbs, bottom of the order for Ballard. Struck out in the 3rd inning and picked up an RBI single in the 1st. And the first pitch from Brandt in for ball 1. It is an 8-3 lead for Ballard. Ballard has not scored since the 2nd inning when they put 2 up. They'll send a single at least out to right field. Make it a double. Avery Burke tosses it in after Hobbs does the damage. And that will be her 2nd hit of the night in her 3 at-bats. Top of the order now for Ballard, Maggie Mortensen. 2 for 3. Double, single, stolen base, run scored for the lefty tonight. Alyssa Brandt in the circle for the Tigers. Carroll down by 5. We're in the top of the 5th. Ballard batting now. 8-3. Another shot out to right field. That'll almost be the exact same spot. Burke fields it. Run scores from 2nd. Carroll won't try to throw Hobbs out. That was not going to work if they tried. So they settle for the single and an RBI from Mortensen. Her first RBI of the night and her 3rd hit. And that brings up Ella Husak, technically 0 for 3 tonight, has reached on a couple errors for her 2 scores tonight after she came around and scored those 2 times. Thanks to errors. Sam Vetter is on deck, 2 for 3 with a couple of base hits this evening. A run across, 2 hits here in the inning. The first run given up by Shable. or rather by Brandt in the circle. Schabel started. Brandt came in the second inning. And just the first run by Brandt. It's Husak in the circle now. Looking for her first hit, but she's been on base twice with those errors. She'll swing into it, right to Coffrin. Couldn't reel it in, though. Had a chance at it. And Husak will reach again on an error. Runners at first and second. Mortensen over to third. Coffrin was playing up for the bunt. The ball hit right to her, and it happened so fast that it's like it's almost hard to recognize it and your brain to realize that the ball's coming right for me, right in the glove, and just a skosh of a moment of lack of focus, or I don't know, but that would have been a really nice grab right to her, but you're not expecting it to just drop in the glove right at that position. Just wasn't quite able to make that play. So another reach on an error for Husak. And we'll see Sam Vetter up next with 2 on and no outs. Vetter takes the outside ball. 9-3 lead for Ballard. Vetter, a couple singles tonight. Scored in the first. Left stranded in the second. Flew out to center in the third. Now batting here in the fifth with 2 on. And the high strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. Regular season winding down for these two teams. They'll wrap up regular season play tomorrow. Carroll with a conference game. This is Ballard's last conference game of the season. They're 16th and last. And then a bit of a break. Carroll will get about 6 days off. Ballard 5 to get ready for postseason. Carroll in 4A, Ballard 3A. Line shot left field. That'll bounce off the wall. That'll score 1, probably 2. And that's a 2 RBI single for Vetter. 3 for 4 tonight. Picks up a couple RBIs and scores Mortensen and Husak. And the lead is now up to 8. 11-3. And they have a runner.
Pitcher number 23, Maggie McCready.
At second base. Vetter came running off of second to the dugout, so I thought, did I miss an out or something? But I think she just was either going to had maybe somebody take a look at her elbow. Got it. So she threw her elbow pad back in the dugout. Wanted to get rid of that. 0-1 count after a quick strike to McCready. McCready, the senior, has pitched well this evening. Just 2 hits allowed to the Tigers. Here's a pitch past Adams and Vetter off to third. 2 runs across for the Bombers here in the inning. 3 across. 2 on the last batter. Missed one there. And now McCready over the head of Ayala out to left field. Brielle Henners fields it. RBI single for McCready. And she has brought in runs in 3 of her 4 at-bats tonight now. It's an RBI single for McCready to go along with a 2 RBI single in the first, RBI double in the second. And a runner will come in for McCready once again, looking for the number there perhaps. Peyton Askelson once again. Askelson has scored twice. 12-3, Ballard leading by 9 now. And now they're in a position where if they can get another run across and Carroll can't score in the bottom of the inning, Ballard can end this one early. That's what Carroll will try to prevent here with 3 outs to go in the top of the 5th. And Ballard on top, 12-3. Carroll 14-15 on the year, 2-12 in conference play. Ballard's 12-19. They're 7-8 in the Raccoon River. Second matchup for these two teams this year. It's Ballard's final conference game. Trying to get back to 500, 8-8 with a win tonight. And Brandt fires in a strike to Baumgardner. Brooklyn Baumgardner, 1 for 3 this evening, a base hit and a run scored back in the first. And she'll foul one to third past Coach Husak. 3 runs here in the inning for the Bombers. They've got 4 hits. And now a total of 14 hits for the game, I believe. A quick calculation there. Ballard by 9. Brandt's pitch out to right field. Avery Burke will come up and make the grab. Hangs onto it on the edge of her glove. And the sophomore with a nice play for the first out of this 5th inning. Jada Landy up next. Strikeout, reach on an error, and a single tonight. The righty going into her freshman year at Ballard. And she'll line one out to the Aquatic Center. Fouled that one over the Carroll dugout. And now the youngsters in the stands go chase that one down. 12-3, Ballard on top. 9-run lead here in the top of the 5th. Brandt with another foul ball from Landy. Out to no man's Landy. Out behind third base. 0-2 count. I even got an eye roll from Brett on that one. 1 out. And a pitch upstairs over the head of Adams. Runner advances over to second. It's Peyton Askelson running for McCready, who has had an exceptional night batting. She's got 4 RBIs, 3 hits, and her courtesy runners have come around and scored twice. That's McCready, Ballard's pitcher. 12-3 here in the 5th. And the count runs 2-2 after a ball to Landy. After Landy, it's Ellie Volkman on deck. Volkman looks for her first hit of the night in a moment. And here's a pop-up over toward third. That'll land just beyond the on-deck circle. Fouled off, still 2-2. 4 runs in this 5th inning for the Bombers. Hobbs scored the first. And then Mortensen, Husak, and Vetter have all come home. A runner at second. 1 out. 12-3 Ballard, top of the 5th. Here's a pitch outside in the dirt. And the count is full from Brandt. Landy wears number 44. She'll step back in after a few practice swings. And Brandt will fire in the right-handed high pitch. Gets her to swing. Strike 3. Third strikeout by my count for Brandt this evening. And that's out number 2. Ellie Volkman has reached twice tonight, a fielder's choice, and got hit once. Struck out as well in her 3 chances. Volkman will not be batting, actually. They're going to put a pinch hitter out there. So we will see what Avery Phillips can do. Batting for Ellie Volkman. I'll give you some numbers on Phillips here in just a moment. She is a sophomore. She'll take a pitch from Brandt with a runner at second, and it's a ball. This will be Phillips looking for hit number 6 perhaps this year. She's got 5 hits, not counting the last 2 games. A couple of runs scored. Batting average just over 200. A 1-0. And an outside corner to even things up 1 apiece. Nick Brinks here at the Carroll softball field. Tigers hosting Ballard. And a 12-3 Bomber lead, top of the 5th. Swinging strike 2 to Phillips. Cora Johnson on deck for the Bombers. Has an RBI single and a run scored to her name tonight, 1 for 3 overall. Runner at second for Ballard. Brandt's pitch across, but a bit low, and the count is 2-2 with those 2 outs. Our Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network YouTube stream powered by New Way Auto this evening. And a check swing outside, full count. Still 12-3 Ballard, top of the 5th. It's Avery Phillips pinch hitting right now for Ellie Volkman. Volkman was 0 for 2. Full count from Brandt trying to get that third out. It won't come here. It's a walk. First walk of the night given up by Carroll. And now 8th in the order, Cora Johnson with 2 on. She'll bat. And a courtesy runner perhaps coming in at first as Coach Husak discusses with the home plate umpire. It's a 12-3 lead for Ballard. They have 2 on, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. No courtesy runner has come out of the dugout yet. So the discussion at home plate must not be about a courtesy runner. Yes, it is. They will send one out there finally. Just took a while. So they will put Volkman back in. Phillips pinch hit for Volkman. Volkman will come in to run at first. 2 outs, 9 runs, the advantage right now for Ballard. Ballard in all gray uniforms tonight. Red number. Ballard in red across the chest, 1 red pinstripe down the side of the pants, red socks. Carroll in white tops, orange bottoms. 2 outs, and the pitch to Johnson, down and away, ball 1. Ballard got started early, put up 6 runs in the first, 2 in the second. Carroll's defense picked up the pace in the third and fourth as Ballard went scoreless. Here's an inside foul strike. Johnson may wish she didn't swing at that one. That was on its way to ball territory. Even count, 1 apiece with 2 outs and 2 runners on. And Ballard up by 9 in the 5th. They would love to get 1 more run across and put the pressure on Carroll. It won't come here. A foul ball to the Ballard dugout behind first. And the count is 1-2. I'm in the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. A 1-2 count with a pair of outs. 2 on. Third is open right now for Ballard, leading by 9. Grounder toward third. Coffrin will toss it to first and get the last out of the inning as Schabel fields it cleanly, and Johnson is out on a 5-3 putout. So we will see at least a 6th inning tonight. Carroll clinging to that 9-run deficit right now. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 12-3 Ballard. Back in 1 minute on Kick 106.7.
This is Iowa, and Avelo Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avelo Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avelo Bank, member FDIC.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services, such as recycling opportunities. You'll find our blue recycle containers at the park, the ball field, on Main Street, and at many summer events. We also have portable event recycling stands for you to borrow, free of charge for your summer gatherings. So while you're out enjoying the summer fun, look for us. We've got your recycling needs covered. We're Carroll County Solid Waste, delivering environmental services together.
We go to the bottom of the 5th. Carroll down by 9. It's 12-3, the Ballard Bombers and the Carroll Tigers squaring off in this late regular season showdown in the Raccoon River Conference. 8-9-1 batters due up for the Tigers. McKaylee Coffrin, Emma Kuhlman, and Parker Adams are the 3 due up for the Tigers. Coffrin got the game's first hit for the Tigers. That came back in the 3rd inning, and she scored the first run as well. And she takes the first pitch for ball. Second pitch from McCready on the way. And that will miss for ball 2. McCready has pitched exceptionally well, just given up 2 hits 3 runs, all 3 earned. A 1-1 count. McCrady's pitch. That misses inside for a 2-1 count. Coming up in our post-game show this evening, we'll name our Motor Inn Player of the Game. Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for sales, service, parts, and collision. And the pitch to Coffrin is a strike. 2-2 count, nobody on. First batter of the inning for Carroll. 2-2, chopped foul. And it's still 2-2. Coffrin with that base hit in the 3rd inning. And then Brenna Goins came in to score. So I mentioned Coffrin scored the game's first run. Her position did. Goins finished it off. Here's a pop-up over toward McCrady. It'll drop in. Nobody fielded it. Hobbs came up. McCrady went back, and I think both thought the other had it. I didn't really hear anybody call out, got it, anything like that, and it drops in. Coffrin will get to first, and I don't see a runner coming in for her. I think it's safe to assume somebody would have had a good chance to pull that one in, maybe a little miscommunication. As Coach Gallegos comes out, and I think we will see a runner come in for Coffrin. If I was somebody that could predict the future, I would say it'll be Brenna Goins. We'll see if I'm right. Gallegos comes back to the dugout. Nobody has run out yet. So we might have a pinch hitter situation instead. No, it's still Kuhlman. So a runner on at first for the Tigers, down 12-3, bottom of the 5th. Runner takes off. Line shot right field. Tag up at first, back in time for Coffrin. Kuhlman will fly out to right for the first out. And now to the top of the order, it'll be Parker Adams, the sophomore. Adams with a base hit and a run scored by her courtesy runner, Olivia Rowetter, in the 3rd inning. Tigers have 1 on, 1 out, down 9, bottom of the 5th. It's 12-3. Adams got a hit in her last at-bat. She'll foul one to 3rd. And 0-1 the count. With just 1 out after Adams, we'll see Brielle Hinners, who is 0 for 2 tonight. A fly out to 2nd and a ground out to short, unless Carroll decides to throw some pinch hitters in. Wouldn't expect it at the top of the lineup, but you never know. Over at the baseball field, Carroll trails Ballard. They're in the 3rd inning, it looks like, 3-0. Ballard with all 3 of those runs in the 1st inning. 0-1 count, pitch high. Coffrin back at first. They thought about the throw, thought better of it. Adams leads the Tigers with a .443 batting average coming into tonight. 1 for 2 on the evening. Pitch in the dirt. 2-1 the count. Adams leads the team in hits and singles. 35 hits, 26 singles. She's got 17 RBIs, 7 runs scored. As the catcher, she doesn't stay out there a ton. She has sent 1 over the fence this year. 2-1 count. And she'll ground it to short. Husak throws to 2nd. Can they get the double play? They will not. Parker Adams will reach on the fielder's choice as Coffrin gets thrown out at 2nd for the first out, and Adams is on at first. And Adams will come out. That will be Olivia Rowetter. She scored the Tigers' 3rd run of 3 in that 3rd inning, and she'll be the only base runner on right now for the Tigers with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Down by 9. There will be a bottom of the 6th inning no matter what. Ballard, here is a shot off the right hip chest area of Brielle Hinners, and she is hunched over in obvious pain. Hit by a pitch, 2nd one by McCrady tonight. And Hinners will walk that one off. I think the shock of it to start hurt more than anything. Now she looks good to go as she walks down to first. Coach Gallegos talking with her as they each walk down the first baseline. And as Coach Gallegos did with Cameron Schabel earlier in the game, they're going to continue that walk to the outfield, get a few more seconds of a walking chat in before turning around and going back to first. Coach will head back over to third and get ready with this 2 outs, runner on at first, runner on at second, and Ava Gross batting situation. 12-3, Carroll down by 9. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning here on Kick 106.7. I'm in the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform, distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. 2 outs and the strike across to Gross. Gross sent one out to center field earlier on a sacrifice that brought in a run. Carroll's only RBI of the night. It's an 0-1 count with a pair of outs on the board and 2 runners on. Nobody at third, though. McCready pitching well for Ballard. Carroll just has 3 hits tonight. 3 runs, all earned. First and second with Roetter at second and Henners at first. Here's a grounder off of McCready's shin area, but fielded by Hobbs at second and underhanded to Johnson at first for a 4-3 putout off the ricochet of the pitcher. So I guess we'll call that an unofficial 1-4-3. 12-3, 5 innings down. Ballard on top, and they bat when we come back to the Carroll softball field in a minute on Kick 106.7.
Such as recycling opportunities. You'll find our blue recycle containers at the park, the ball field, on Main Street, and at many summer events. We also have portable event recycling stands for you to borrow, free of charge for your summer gatherings. So while you're out enjoying the summer fun, look for us. We've got your recycling needs covered. We're Carroll County Solid Waste, delivering environmental services together.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
Top of the 6th about to get underway. Alyssa Brandt in the circle for Carroll since the 2nd inning. 9-1-2 batters due up. That'll be Jossie Hobbs, Maggie Mortensen, and Ella Husak. All 3 have scored tonight. All 3 have picked up hits, with the exception of Husak. She has actually reached on 3 errors. Carroll unofficially has 5 errors tonight. We go to the 6th, a 9-run advantage for the Bombers. They beat Carroll 12-4 earlier in June. And Hobbs will take the ball to begin this 6th inning. RBI single back in the first for Jossie. Struck out in the 3rd. Doubled and scored an inning ago. Hobbs was the first of 4 runs in the inning. She'll line one out towards center field. Ayala chases it back to the wall, and that is up and over the wall on a one-hopper. Double. Second of the game for Hobbs. Back-to-back doubles for Hobbs now in the last 2 innings. Not bad for your 9-hitter. Just a 156 batting average, and she came in with 1 double on the season. Again, not counting their last 2 games, and she's had 2 here this evening. Hobbs, the sophomore, stepping up big time. Up by 9, Ballard batting here in the top of the 6th at Carroll. The score is 12-3. Brandt's pitch to the lefty. A grounder picked up by Ayala at short. Nice toss to Schabel over at first. That actually grazed Brandt on the way by the pitcher's circle. But Ayala behind her, Vanessa Ayala, quick to pick it up, and the ricochet did not mess her up. It's a 6-3 putout for Mortensen. Runner down to third, though. And it brings up Ella Husak looking for her first hit of the night. She scored 3 runs on the 3 times she's reached with errors. But she came in as their leading hitter and their leading run scorer. So she knows how to get on base with hits tonight. It's been the errors keeping her in play. Husak, 0-1 count from Brandt, runner at third, 1 out. Brandt's pitch showing bunt, picked up by the pitcher. They're going to let her go to first. They wanted to keep that third base runner at bay, and now she's going to keep on running. She goes over to second. Carroll was not looking over to second, and Husak took advantage of it. She'll reach on the fielder's choice. Is still looking for her first hit of the game. Give her a stolen base along the way, too. Would have been a pretty routine play by Brandt to throw it to first. But if they did that, there's a good chance Hobbs would have scored from third. Grounder to third. Short, rather. Throw home. Won't be in time. They throw back to third. Sliding in safe. Fielder's choice for Vetter again. Back-to-back fielder's choice for Ballard, and it scores a run. 13-3. Now Carroll will be in a position to have to score runs in the bottom of the 6th, but still, Ballard, with 2 outs to go, they lead it by 10 with an infield conference coming. Coach Gallegos out onto the field. We'll take a break. Back in 30 seconds on Kick 106.7.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some
Temperatures in Carroll have fallen about 6 degrees since first pitch. Still plenty of daylight left here, but sun slowly setting in the west. Still a hot and muggy night. Feels like summer here in Carroll. Over at the baseball diamond, Ballard with another 3 runs in the top of the 4th, and they're up 6-0 on Carroll right now. Here in the Carroll-Ballard softball game, 13-3 Ballard, and McCready rifles one to third to the outfield. 1 run will score. And that's McCready's 4th hit of the night with RBIs attached. 2, 1, 1, and 1 for RBIs for McCready this evening. What a night for the senior. And that goes without mentioning her exceptional pitching performance this evening. So that scores 1 run. Now runners at first and second. Vetter second. McCready at first. As a runner comes in for her, that'll be once again Peyton Askelson. 11 runs the lead now for the Ballard Bombers. Carroll will need to score at least 2 in the bottom of the 6th at this point to force a 7th. Brandt fires a strike across. There is 1 out, 2 on for the Bombers. Ballard scored another run over in the baseball game, now 7-0. Another courtesy runner in for Ballard. Vetter will check out, and we will see Noelle Betger. She'll come in to run for the first time tonight. Brandt pitching, 1 out for Ballard. 14-3 the lead. Bombers on top. Inside corner, strike number 2 to Brooklyn Baumgartner. Brooklyn singled to begin her night back in the first inning. Came around and scored as well. A couple of flyouts to short and right, and reached on an error as well for her second on-base play tonight. A 1-2 count after a ball from Brandt. 2 runners at first and second. Pitch from Brandt well inside, and if she didn't move, she would have been clocked on the left hip. She backs away, even count 2 apiece. Jada Landy is on deck. 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Brandt, popped up towards second. Nice grab by Ava Gross. Extending and pulling it in on the other side of second base. Baumgartner flies out for her 3rd time tonight. And that brings up Jada Landy. with 2 outs, 2 runners on, 2 runs in here in the inning. And off a couple hits. Landy with 1 hit tonight back in the 4th. Couple strikeouts, reached on an error once as well. She'll chop one to third. It gets past Coffrin, and that will bring in a run from second. Runner down to third. Did they get the third out? No, they did not. Landy with the RBI single. It'll score Betker from second. Landy, while they tried to throw home and to third, she picks up an extra base over to second. And now a runner at third as well. So Landy to second, Askelson at third. And now it's Ellie Volkman's turn. 15-3, top of the 6th. Third hit, third run here in the inning for the Ballard Bombers. Ballard looking to get back to 500 in conference play as they wrap up the Raccoon River portion of their schedule tonight. They play Ames tomorrow. They're 7-8 right now, and they are in control. Another run will score on the grounder to third. Volkman gets an RBI single. It'll score Askelson from third. And now runners at first and second. Just the one runner advanced. Volkman to first, Landy second, and now the 9th batter in the inning coming up for Ballard, Cora Johnson. That's who was scheduled to hit. They will actually have a pinch hitter coming in. And we will see Britton Walther, a senior. She'll bat in the 8th slot.
Pinch hitting for the Bombers, number 29, Britton Walther.
Britton Walther wears number 29, the senior, not counting the last 2 games if she's played at all. She's 0 for 5 this season, perhaps looking for her first hit of the year. It won't come on this pitch. It's a strike from Brandt. 16-3. Top of the 6th inning. Over in the baseball game, Ballard leads it now 8-0 in the 4th. A 13-run advantage in the softball game for Ballard. Oh, here's a pitch across home plate, and then they threw it out to third in case a runner took off. And Coffrin was not expecting it, was not looking at Adams, who threw it to her, went over her head, and the runners advance. So a free base for Volkman and Landy. Tigers are lucky that didn't end up any worse and score a run. 16-3, a 1-1 count. Brandt's pitch. Contact out towards short. 1, maybe 2 runs or come in. They'll hold that runner at third, but it's an RBI single. Perhaps Britton Walther's first hit of the season. Goes down as an RBI single, and it scores Landy from third, Volkman to third. And now they'll go through the order again. 9th batter in the order, 10th here in the inning. It's Jossie Hobbs. And now Coach Gallegos will come out and talk with his infielders. It's gotten out of control here in the 6th. It's 17-3. Ballard on top back in 30 seconds on Kick 106.7.
At The Present Company, we will help you transition your home and wardrobe with the changing seasons. Hi, this is Andrea. Whether you're looking to get warm and toasty this winter, or it's time for a light and airy lift this spring, shop our collection of boutique-style clothing, gorgeous accessories, and purses. Add personal style to your home with unique home decor pieces that will warm your rooms from wall to wall. Infuse your home and your wardrobe with style from The Present Company in Audubon.
Up to this point on the season, Carroll has used 2 pitchers all year long, Alyssa Brandt and Cameron Schabel. But right now they're going to pull out their 3rd pitcher of the game. First action of the season now for Avery Burke. So Burke will come in and play in the pitcher's circle. And we'll see what that does between Brandt and Schabel. Schabel has been playing first. Brandt started at first. Burke will come in from right field. So we will see who goes to first, and who goes to the outfield? I see somebody new on the field right now. That's McKenna Vincent. The senior will play at first base. Ava Gross will stay at second. And out in right field, I can't quite see who it is, but I don't believe it is Shable or Brandt. But okay, so out in right, it's Olivia Roetter. Runner will take a base here with a steal. That's Walther. Walther just picked up perhaps her first hit of the season. And now it's a dribbler over to first. Another run will score. The throw was a little off the mark. It pulled Vincent off the back, although did they say that was an out? They must have called it an out. I think they called that an out? Okay. Okay. So the run should not count, I believe. And they will say there was an out over at first. So a quick 4-3 put it. I thought maybe that was safe, but 17-3 is our score. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with the bottom of the sixth. It is 17-3 Ballard. You're listening to Kick 106.7.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
How about this?
It's gonna work.
I think so too.
American Family Insurance wants to help you bring your dream home to life. New homeowners can save an average of 22%.
American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency. Call 712-792-1262 or stop by 412 Highway 30 today.
Those are the three we'll see here in this inning. I see Vanessa in the batter's box and Josie on the on-deck circle for sure. After that, we'll see. Bottom of the sixth, Carroll down by 14 right now, so they need 4 runs across, 5 runs across to force a 7th inning. Anything less than that, this one will be over in 6. An 0-1 count to Vanessa Ayala. 0 for 1 tonight, did walk, otherwise flew out to first. And here is a quick grounder over to short with an easy play from Husak to Johnson, a 6-3 putout. Ayala sent packing. No hits for her tonight. Josie Ayala up next. She's 0 for 2. Carroll just has 3 hits tonight. McKaylee Coffrin with a couple. And Parker Adams with the 3rd. All of the runs tonight have been by courtesy runners, Olivia Roetter, Brenna Goins, and Kylie Reesberg. Reesberg scored her first of the season. 1 out, 17-3 Ballard. Bottom of inning number 6, an 0-1 count to Ayala. Ayala this season came in with a .360 batting average, missed the first good chunk of the season. Pitch inside, evens up 1-1. But since coming back, she's gone for 9 hits and 27 at-bats. So that couple of ground outs and pop-outs here tonight have dropped her average down to .333. But she does have 1 home run this year. She'll ground it to the pitcher. A new pitcher here in this 6th inning. And the quick 1-3 putout for Ayala has Carroll down to their last out. Now in the circle for Ballard, it's Brooklyn Baumgartner, the tall sophomore. Baumgartner comes in after McCready gives up just 3 hits in 5 innings. McCready will get the W unless Carroll pulls a rabbit out of the hat, and that might have That almost ended it. If Baumgartner could have reeled that in. That was a line drive right over her head. It grazed her glove, and she's tall. So if she was any shorter, that one would have easily went out towards center field untouched. But Carroll's Cameron Schabel gets on base with a base hit, lines one out, tips off the glove. And now we'll see Avery Burke. That's Carroll's 4th hit of the game. Burke is 0 for 2. And she'll send one out toward right. Maggie Mortensen with a chance to end it, and she will. 17-3. It's our final score. Ballard picks up their 13th victory of the season. Carroll falls to 14-16. 2-13 in Raccoon River Conference play. Carroll will host Winterset for their regular season finale tomorrow, and Ballard will host Ames coming up tomorrow to wrap up their regular season. It's a final score in 6 innings. Ballard 17, Carroll 3. Thanks to Brett Lux for running our Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network YouTube page, powered by New Way Auto. Coming up next, it's the Mackey Motors postgame show. 17-3 final. Carroll falls at home to Ballard.
At the Present Company, we will help you transition your home and wardrobe with the changing seasons. Hi, this is Andrea. Whether you're looking to get warm and toasty this winter, or it's time for a light and airy lift this spring, shop our collection of boutique-style clothing, gorgeous accessories, and purses. Add personal style to your home with unique home decor pieces that will warm your rooms from wall to wall. Infuse your home and your wardrobe with style from the Present Company in Audubon.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it.
One of the best kept secrets in Carroll is JP Flooring. I was looking to replace the floor in a couple rooms at home. It can be super overwhelming with all of the options available. I popped by JP Flooring and was super surprised and impressed with the showroom and selection. I had no idea how extensive their product lines were. They have a designer on staff that helped me narrow down what I was looking for. When you change your floors, it changes the whole character of a room. I used their product visualizer and could literally see in advance what the styles would look like in my room. I totally recommend JP Flooring in Carroll.
Visiting the Paco Credit Union was the thing that started all this.
We had a lot of student loan debt, low credit scores for bad decisions we had made in our younger years.
We thought it was the point where you could never come back from it. We've always wanted to own our own restaurant, so I just kind of floated the idea like, oh, I found this food truck.
I was like, yeah, let's try it. Dupaco helped us so much with just putting everything together.
Definitely life-changing for us.
What we have right now would not have been possible without Dupaco Credit Union.
The door to rewarding career opportunities is closer than you think. All you have to do is open it. DMAC's Carroll campus is your gateway to in-demand, rewarding careers. You can even earn a 4-year degree on campus, thanks to a partnership with UNI and Buena Vista University. It's all waiting for you at the DMAC Carroll campus. So open the door to a better life at DMAC in Carroll today. DMAC, life's calling.
Of our high school sports, and we love the opportunity.
It was a tough night for the Carroll Tigers. They fall in 6 innings, a final score of 17-3. Ballard picks up their 13th win of the season. They're now 13-19. Carroll falls to 14-16. Both teams wrap up their regular seasons tomorrow, and postseason action gets underway next week. Carroll will be in 4A Region 3 with a home game against Storm Lake a week from tonight. Winner moves on to take on Humboldt on Saturday. That's for 4A Carroll. 3A Ballard, they've got a Region 5 quarterfinal on Wednesday against Des Moines Christian, with the winner moving on to play either Roland Story or Nevada. Let's run down the stat sheet tonight. Ballard scores 6 in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the fifth, and 5 in the sixth. They went scoreless in the third and the fourth. And in the third, Carroll scored their only 3 runs of the night when they picked up 3 runs on 2 hits and an error. There was a hit batter in there that also aided Carroll in coming around to score. Down the stat sheet for Carroll, Parker Adams unofficially finishes 1 for 3. Brielle Henner 0 for 2. Ava Gross picks up an RBI. Cameron Schabel 1 for 3. McKaylee Coffrin goes 2 for 2. And Emma Kuhlman brings home an 0-1 performance. The 3 scorers tonight, all courtesy runners: Olivia Roetter, Brenna Goins, and Kylie Reesberg. Ballard has had Carroll's number over the last 5 years, plus it's a 10-game winning streak now since Carroll last won a contest against Ballard, so they'll have to try to go it another year, 2023. Can that be the year Carroll snaps the streak to Ballard? We'll find out a year from now. But we've got this season to wrap up and postseason action coming up. You're listening to the Mackey Motors postgame show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors of Lake City. We'll take another quick break as we wrap up our video coverage on YouTube. Thanks to Brett Lux tonight in the New Way Ford video stream. Again, that was powered by New Way Auto. Big thanks to those folks for bringing you video coverage tonight. Again, a final score, 17-3. Ballard wins it. Carroll falls, and they will host Winterset tomorrow. We'll grab some post-game interviews when we come back, and we'll name our player of the game. That's next on Kick 106.7.